Coming up on today's episode. Good day, YouTube. Here with you again at the bench. I am finishing up some projects that I have been working on. This is the main thing here. This is the BDST-2 signal tracer. Now this is being sold as a complete kit, or it will be sold, I should say, when it's ready. This is obviously the prototype. On-off volume right there. There's your LED. Now the finished production units will have a red LED there. Now that one lights up red, but it is a clear one. So again, that will be red. Here's your input jack here, RCA phono jack, and that's how that works. You'll see, if you look carefully down at the bottom, there's a small screw. At the top, there's a small screw. That's what holds the faceplate to the cabinet, which is cabinet top, whatever you want to call this. And also this volume control screws in, attaches through there with a nut, and that helps hold it on as well. So it is very secure in there. Let's go around to the side. You can see now those are not the screws that we will be using in the production units. These are just ones I had to try it out with. Prototype stuff. You know how that works. So they will be black Phillips, just like the rest of the screws on this. Backside has the, you can see there, that's the power jack in there. And it's big enough to where the plug will fit in there and go all the way into it and make good connection. So that's that side. Now there's the other side. Again, same thing with these screws. They do not, that will not be the final ones. Now the bottom, as you can see, is flat. That's always good for a bottom. I've got these little, and I think I'm going to use them, these little feet, flat feet. And I think I'm going to use 4 of those, and I'm going to buy another set of these to go along with the production, because I think they make a nice, a rubber makes it nice and solid that way. It's got some heft to it, I won't say heft, but because of that speaker in there, you guys all know, you've seen the speakers that I'm using. The four bolts attach the speaker to the front there, and if we let's get up a little bit so we can see a little bit better. There you can see, I think you can see the speaker through the grill, but that's what it looks like. And again, it does have some weight to it with the speaker and everything in there, and I think with the feet on it, it's going to make it really nice and secure on the bench top. And because the only thing we've got to plug into it is obviously the probe, and I've got that over here. Let's plug that in real quick. So that plugs in really nice, and there's the probe. And like I say, you can move it around pretty good. I'm flipping it around behind the camera here. Others, it will move if you pull on it, obviously. But there you go. That's what that looks like. Now let's do a really quick. I'm not going to do any tracing with it, but you will see that it does work. Let me plug in the battery. And again, this will work with the battery that we don't supply the battery. We supply the connector with the other end for battery if you want to work it that way, or you can use a 9-volt adapter. It's no big deal. But let's turn it on. There you can see it is lighting up. And if I take and touch it's down pretty low right now. But you can see it works really nice. That's exactly what a signal tracer should do, and so that is that's what it looks like. And very, very pleased indeed with how this turned out. and these I haven't talked this over with Bob yet, but I think I did some figuring last night when he went to bed. I tried to figure out the cost of producing the whole thing. Now, you guys that are familiar know that the BDST-1 sells for $29.95. That's shipped in the States. Obviously, shipping to Canada and UK, places like that, is more. But just for the base price, $29.95 is what they get just for the board, the components, and that's it basically. That's all you get. But with this one, you're going to get this, all the case. You get the, like I said, you won't get a battery, but you get the battery, all that, the screws, everything that goes to make this kit just like it is, and the probe. And it will be a probe just like this one with the penny coin, what do you call it? These work perfectly. I don't know, a lot of people think that they don't work, because of the plastic, but these are ground planes on both sides of this probe board, and they work perfectly. And like I said, you just heard it when it was just laying there. You didn't hear very much hum at all. And when I touched the tip, you could really definitely hear a difference. And that's what you want. And that's without the ground on, too. You got to kind of remember there's a ground that goes along with this to ground your circuit. And so, I ground the circuit, it even, makes it better. So, like I said, that's what that is. And so anyway, you get everything you need to make a complete signal tracer, and that's what you need. And I think, like I said, the original was $29.95. We're shooting for $49.95 for the whole kit. I think I haven't, like I said, I haven't discussed this with Bob yet, but I think we're going to try to do an introductory offer of $44.95. Temporarily. I mean, it won't last too long, because especially if they sell good. But like I said, it's going to be well worth the additional money, I think, to get all this. And like I said, this is a 3D printed case, in case you didn't know that. And like I said, you can paint them, you can do whatever you want with them. In fact, I'm going to paint the original prototype top that I made for this, and going to paint that, and I'm going to give that away on the channel. I don't know if it'll be on this channel or on the BD Electronic Kits channel, but one channel, or in fact I may just do it on both. And we are going to give one of these away, and that is a complete kit. And like I said, I'm going to try to paint it up, make it look fairly decent, just to show you what it can be done. I think what I'm going to try to do, this is the one I'm going to paint. You can see. I think I'm going to make this top cover copper colored. I had bought that copper colored paint some time ago and never used it for another project. And then make the face white. I think that would look good. And so just a thought on what I'm thinking about doing. But again, that will be given away once I get situated and we start selling these. So again, like I said, I keep thinking back to how pleased I was. I did a lot of troubleshooting, a lot of I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but a lot of different things to get this like it is. Right now, I've got the whole thing done except for this hole for the LED. I just drilled that with a drill to make it work. And I wanted to get it situated, but you can see it's basically the same level as the in between the volume and the RCA jack there. If you take that out, it's about the same level, and it's in the center, so it shouldn't be too hard of a thing to do. And so, we'll put that hole in the 3D print to where when we print these up, they'll automatically have the hole in there. That'd be the way to do it. So, like I said, these will come as a kit. Now, I don't know what the shipping is going to be on these. I doubt very much it'll be as cheap as it was to ship the BDST-1. Now, basically on those, we charge $24.95 and $5 for shipping. So that's, we say free shipping, but that's basically how we figure it. $24.95 for the actual kit, and then $5 to cover shipping cost and your labels, things like that, your packaging, your envelopes, and things like that. Everything that goes into shipping the units. So that's not a bad price, really, because the actual postage is up to. It started out, when we started this out, it was like $3 something to mail a BDST, and now it's up over $4. So we may have to do some adjustments on that to get some things done. But like I said, so that's just what we're looking at there as far as that's concerned. So I just kind of wanted to share that with you. And also I have another thing not related to anything BD Electronic Kits, but it will benefit me. Over the next course of how many days, I'm putting together a video of things I want to get rid of. Now these things I hesitate to call them junk because they're not. They could be valuable to somebody that wants them. I don't want them, and that's why they're not valuable to me. These are things I have collected over the years since I started this channel and this business, or not business, but basically the channel, DERB. And as such, I thought I would use them, and they turned out to be something I didn't want. Because, again, because of limited space, I want to get rid of some of this stuff. These are mostly larger items, old test equipment. That actually works and everything. And like I said, there's also a few cases that I bought for other projects. And now that I have my 3D printer, I make everything in plastic. You guys know me. So there's some cases I bought, for several different projects. The blue cases, you guys may recall some of those. I've got a couple of those to sell. I've got Heathkit VTVM. I forget the number of it, but it's the long one with the big meter. It won't include the meter, but it'll just be the case. That's one thing. I've got a Heathkit audio generator that I'm going to sell. I've got ICO audio generator I want to sell. Now, and also the Heathkit capacity or condenser checker. I'm going to get rid of that too. Now, these are going to be, for the most part, best offer. And like I said, you also, the buyer will be required to pay shipping, obviously. But I don't look to make a lot of money on these. I just want to get rid of them. I want to get them out of my way so I can get everything straightened up that I want to get straightened up. And like I said, as such, I think that's the best way to do it. It basically, we'll call this a online yard sale. So, but anywho, that's that. Now, there are a couple of items that I may have a minimum on. One of them is the B&K signal generator. Now, you guys may recall that one. I forget now. I can't remember. I never can remember the number of that one, but I'll flash it up on the screen so you can see it. But anyway, that's going to be up, and I may have to ask for a minimum on that because that thing works perfectly. I did a video on that and showed all the sine waves of the different frequencies across the whole scale of that generator, and it was perfect. So, it's kind of hard to find those. And like I said, I may want to ask a little bit more for that. But again, probably will go on eBay and look and see what they're selling for there just to get an idea of what I should. And when I say that, I'm not going to be getting the middle of that. I'm not going to get the high, and I will get the low of that, and that will be my minimum. So, like I said, if the lowest one sold for $30, that's going to be my minimum. So, that's the way that's going to work. I may try to sell something else. I don't know, but those things that I mentioned probably good for a starter because it takes a while just to make the video because I have to come in and bring everything in here and film it or record it and talk about it a little bit and stuff like that, and then go on to the next item. And so as I get that done, I will do that. Now, the details on the auction itself, there will be no comments. In other words, the comments for that video will be turned off. So there will be no way of bidding on it or putting an offer in except for by email. You guys all know my email address, mosslack@gmail.com. And like I said, I will have it on the actual video description, things like that. And so that's going to be the only way to bid on these items. And all this will be private. There will be no discussion of what anybody paid for anything, what they sold for, nothing. Okay, this is just like going to a yard sale. And you know what I'm saying? It's just, that's it. But so that's what's going to be happening when I get it done. I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up that it's coming, and like I said, that's going to be good for me to get rid of a lot of stuff that I don't use anymore, and it'll be good for somebody who wants it or needs it. And so that's the way I look at it. It should be a good buy for you as well. So better than eBay, we'll put it that way. But these old cases, I've got another case, and I can't think where it's at, but I know the VTVM for the Heath kit is kind of a long and it would be good for a project, but whatever it would be good for, I don't know. Also, it's going to have not a fairly large, but an opening on this side where the meter was. And that could be easily covered with a sheet of aluminum or tin or anything, just to if you had another way of using it. Or you could basically just elongate the hole that's there and use it for whatever you want to use it for. No big deal to me. Use it for whatever you want to use it for. I don't care. So, like I said, that's one of them. Like I said, I know I have some more here, and I'm going to try to find another one of those to put up. And those blue cases, like I said, I'm not going to put any minimum on those. You guys give me the best offer you want on those, and some of them have some damage. I won't say damage, but I started to cut holes in them to make things. And so, obviously, they are what they are. They are as is. No guarantees, no nothing. So, and I will try to find the screws to go with them if I can. Most of them are in boxes that I've got everything together, and I will have all the screws. Same thing with the Heath kit. I'll try to find all the screws for it to make together, but there will be no components, no pots, no meter, no nothing on it, just the case. So that's just something for you guys to think about. And like I say, I will. When I post that, again, you'll notice that the comments will be turned off, and so the only way to make a offer for it will be via email. So, all right, I talked long enough. I didn't really mean to talk this long, but my main thing was this. I've got to send a case to Bob for the stereo. He's sending. I should get that tomorrow in the mail. The stereo boards for the new stereo amp. And I'm going to try to develop one of those into a case, and I'm going to send one of the cases to him so he can get the spacing on the screw holes on the bottoms of those to maybe make our new boards. Again, we're working with prototypes right now. When you do that, you kind of have to start somewhere, so you start with a bare board, basically the size you want it, and then go from there. But if we can, easily change it around, put our holes to match the case, and if the cases will work with what we've got, then I can't think of any reason why we shouldn't do it that way. So that's just the way I looked at it. As an update, I don't know if I even updated this. For you guys that suggested that maybe Bob's problem on his power supply was input hum, I believe you're right. I bought, and you guys may recall this, I bought the new one of these, and the one I had used for mine worked perfectly, no hum at all. And so I bought a new one of them, and it came here. I tried it no hum at all, no problem. Sent it to Bob, it hummed just the same as the other one did. So he got to experiment a little bit with it, and I think he's got it narrowed down to the input for the board. Now mine uses, not this one, but mine uses a RCA type jack on it, and I don't remember if I had anything plugged in. Well, yeah, I did have the MP3 player plugged into it. I'm pretty sure I did that. So that's probably why his is humming. There was no input. It may have been picking up hum, AC, whatever from the air. I don't know. But he, like I said, he is working on that, and his, I'm sure, the only other thing could be is because his was a stereo and mine's mono. That's the only difference that, there isn't. But we got tied up working on this, and so the whole thing kind of went away for right now. But like I said, this is going to take a while to get on the market. I was hoping to get the stereo amp on the market first, and we'll see how it all runs out. But we've got a lot of parts coming in, like the LEDs from China. Those are coming in, and we do have those in stock. I bought 20 of them. We'll have to buy more probably. The rest of the parts that go with the BDST-1 are the same parts, except for there's a 470 ohm resistor that goes for this, and that's the only thing that I can think of besides this RCA jack. Also, there will be on the probes, the little T-pin will be supplied with those as well. This kit's going to be complete. It's going to be basically put it together. It works to start. You can just start troubleshooting your equipment with it. It's not it's nothing you have to buy, nothing at all. Like I said, for introductory price of $44.95, I think that's a darn good buy. That's only $15 more than basically what the bare boards cost, and I can break down the parts cost for you, and if you like. But like I said, that's me printing them up, and I've got the printing down. I just printed this one here last night. Now I made this hole here a little bit bigger than the original. I don't know if the original one was this one here. You can see I used my step bit to make that one the right size, and then I went ahead and just made the 3D print bigger, and that works perfectly. Again, like I said, you got your little. This is one of the power jacks or power plugs that come with it. You stick it in there, and it works just fine. Stays right in there. It's in there good and solid. So plenty of room for that, and it works good. So. Like I said, very happy with that. Same thing with this RCA jack. There's room around the complete RCA jack to allow the jack to fit back against the base of that solidly. So that's what we wanted to do. We want to have good kits. We want to have something that's useful and works as advertised. So I think there's, with the number of kits we've sold so far, I think it's been a good kit. And so that's that. I think that's about it. I already ran the camera through the 20-minute period, so I'm on my second 20-minute period. Didn't really mean to do that, but, happens. So you guys have a great day. Thank you so very much for watching, and we will see ya.